Hey there, guys. Welcome into the live stream. I'm sorry. I'm hoping that you can hear me and you can see me. If you can, that's really good. If you guys don't know, I'm here in Africa, so sometimes my internet can be in and out. So we're going to make this live stream very direct and very straight to the point because I don't want you to miss out on this good information. The whole purpose of us being able to get on live stream today is for us to carry on the startup and small business information we've been talking about since last week and this week. You guys have been really intrigued by our conversations when I'm giving you lessons and some advice, some startup and small business advice. And in this live stream, we're going to talk about time management and prioritizing your startup. Yesterday, I asked you guys a question, and also last week, I asked y'all a question. I said, listen, it's the second half of the year. Ask yourself, what have you done that has, brought you productivity in your startup and small business? If you're serious about, generating that generational wealth, right? If you are serious about experiencing longer you continue to prioritize your job and that 9 to 5, the longer you are pushing your destiny away and allowing us, the customers and clients and consumers, to wait on you to actually make things work. Okay. So in today's live stream, I'm going to give you 7 steps on how you can start being more productive, okay? Prioritizing your startup. So make sure you like the live stream as you're coming in so that way the YouTube algorithm can send this information out to really good entrepreneurs or startups who want to, learn this good information, okay? So let me go ahead and bring up my slides. Now, like I said, we're going to be really quick because I really don't want this thing to, go off. All right, so 7 ways to manage and truly prioritize your business. That's what we're going over today. I'm also going to bring up my information here on this side too. So you have the ability to screenshot, friend, because that's what I want you to do. I want you to screenshot some of these slides that I'm going over because it's really good information. I created them myself. I took the time out so you guys can have information, clarity, and reassurance on how to do this stuff. Okay, so let me bring up my Canvas slides here and make sure you like the live streams. We're going to get into it. Your startup and small business is seriously waiting on you. A lot of y'all said, oh, I'm waiting to do the LLC. We're in July. You've been doing this LLC since January. A lot of you all have LLCs and you already have your business registered and you have business bank accounts since 2020. We're 5 years in and you haven't generated any revenue yet. Once you make your first $500 to $1,000, that is proof of concept that your business idea, it works and it is scalable. If you're simply waiting on funding, then you are one of the ones that's waiting on a handout, thinking that the world supposed to give you something. And that's just not how it works, especially as an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is all about being resourceful, persevering through adversities. Persevering means consistently getting through your challenges, no matter what, and making sure you are managing your time so you can be productive. That's entrepreneurship. The E in entrepreneurship stands for execution. I say this all the time. A lot of people just simply talk about it and they're not being about it. A lot of people love the idea. It literally arouses them to talk about what they are going to do and what they want to do instead of them actually executing on it. And then what I also found out is that some of my clients, like some of the people that book consultations with me, when I give them the direct execution steps that they need to take in order for them to get to that next level, in order for them to start a business, open a business bank account, start generating revenue, right? Once I have given them all the steps, they get spooked. They get afraid. They get scared of what actually executing those steps look like. You have to get out of your own mind and you have to get out of your own way. This is something you truly want. If you're not ready for it, you will know. If you are not ready for it, you will know because that is going to be that fear. And when that fear comes, it's what you do with it. What decision you're going to make at that point. And the decision that you make is what's going to carry you on into that pathway of financial freedom or allow you to continue on in the same cycle, the same rat race, which is working to pay bills, working to pay for a vacation that you can't even afford, working to pay off old debts that you have been paying off for the last 7 years. So when we're going to start making a change? You understand? All right. So 7 ways to manage your time. This is how to truly prioritize your startup. Okay, so let's get to step 1. Okay, you're gonna be able to see this. Okay, there you go. All right, so step number 1, clarify your vision and income generating goals. Clarify your vision and income generating goals. You can't prioritize what you haven't clearly defined. You need to ask yourself, what is the one thing I must accomplish this month to move the needle financially? Set monthly money goals and reverse engineer the tasks to hit them. Remember last week we talked about how you can set financial goals, right? How you can set certain income generating goals. Remember, I gave you the example of, say you want to make $1,500 for your first month of generating revenue, right? If you break that down, reverse engineer it, how much money do you need to make every week? $375. Okay, how much money do you need to make every day? $53. So you need to come up with your strategy on how you are going to make $53 every day. Now, once you have came up with that strategy, we talked about setting goals and how to actually achieve it last week on Tuesday or Wednesday, right? Once you have done that, right, you have clearly defined what your goal is. So prioritize it. Okay? Prioritize it. That's what you need to do. So you can't prioritize what you haven't clearly defined. Also, what is your mission? Okay, what is your ultimate business mission? Is it to help persons with disabilities have a comfortable living space? Is it to provide more jobs for single moms? You need to think about what your ultimate mission is. And that will actually also help you get funding too, especially when you're going for grants, because grants are community driven. You guys have heard me say that a lot. They're community driven, which means if we gave you this $100,000, how are you going to drive impact into your community? Okay. All right. So let's go to number two. Like I said, I'm not going to keep a lot of your time today because my internet's in and out. Okay. So we're going to get to number two. I know it's a little bit big, friend, but I'm going to read it to you. So hold on, friend. All right. So number two. So number two says categorize task, impact versus busy work. So categorize your task, impact versus busy work. A lot of y'all are literally doing busy work, just doing a whole bunch of stuff that's not making you productive. That's not making you move the goalposts at all. So use the Eisenhower matrix. What that is urgent and important, you do it. Important but not urgent, you plan to do it. Urgent but not important, you delegate it. Not urgent, but it's important. Okay? Not urgent or not important, you delete it. You focus on high impact activities. So marketing, selling, delivering value, not endlessly tweaking your logo. So what do I mean by that? Some of y'all have been working on this website for a very long time. After you have purchased the domain, especially if you're using like GoDaddy.com or Wix.com, they now have artificial intelligence where they will automatically develop a website, a starter website for you. Why are you wasting so much time to get this website done? And why are you prioritizing that and allowing that to slow you down and stop you down for getting the opportunities that you have before you that would help you scale? That is a poor excuse. It's the poorest excuse ever. Well, I still need my website. You've needed this website since 2022. It's 2025. You didn't go on Fiverr.com to find somebody to do it for you. You are listening to people around you that pay thousands of dollars for their website because they have the money to do that and they have the opportunity to do that. And they probably lying to you. Ever thought about that? You got to get serious about you starting your business, or you just need to get out of the way so other people can actually, you know, make things shake. When you decide that you want to become an entrepreneur, it's like playing the game of Monopoly. Once you decide to enter this game, you better be ready to play. Or you could just sit on the bleachers and watch everybody else live out your dreams. And it's so crazy, but I think the mindsets of people recently that most people are willing to watch other people live their lives through social media. And you guys support those people so much that they've literally been able to buy multi-million-dollar homes because you watch them so much that your life is literally passing you by. Don't be that person. Okay. So if you are joining this live stream, that means that this is your wake up call. You needed this wake up call. Let's get to it. Okay. All right. So number three. So number three is create a weekly CEO schedule. So what does that look like? Okay. Create a weekly CEO schedule. You need to treat your startup like it is your job that you show up to. Yeah, I said that. You need to treat your startup like it is your job that you show up to. You need to schedule what's called CEO hours. A lot of y'all are not doing this. Let me, so you can screenshot that. You need to schedule what's called CEO hours. Each day, 90 minutes of non-negotiable time needs to be focused into like you doing something productive for your startup. You need to assign themes to your days. So Monday could be marketing, Tuesday can be sales, Wednesday can be product and service fulfillment, or whatever have you. Okay. You need to create what's called a weekly CEO schedule. 90 minutes. 90 minutes of your time. If you give your startup and small business, 2 hours of your time every day, I'm pretty sure you will be productive. And this actually goes beyond you guys just watching podcasts and watching YouTube videos. I've noticed that you guys believe that sitting down and watching a 2 hour podcast is going to help you be productive. No, you can have it playing in the background, but you still need to set up that marketing strategy and execute on it. Yeah, you still need to make the post through Canva and actually post it. You still need to get up and schedule yourself to go to one of those, you know, farmers markets or in-person networking events that they have through meetup.com. Yeah, there's apps and there's Facebook groups that you need to join so you can connect yourself with other people. You still need to be DMing people through on LinkedIn and see like if they need your services or just simply connecting yourself with people while you're also listening to the podcast. You understand? You can multitask. But you just allowing the podcast to just take up your entire 2 hours of your business time, that's what you call busy work, but nothing productive. You're not getting anything done. Just saying, frame. All right, so let's go to number 4. All right, so number 4 is remove distractions ruthlessly. This is serious. Y'all need to screenshot this. Remove distractions ruthlessly. Limit social media. You need to set a timer or use apps like Freedom Force or Cold Turkey. You can even, if you have an iPhone, it tells you how much time you're spending on certain apps. You can set that up. Clear your work environment. Clutter work environment. So clutter creates chaos. Let go let go of guilty. Say no to low priority personal distractions. Let go of guilty. Say no to low priority personal distractions. Those vices and bad habits is not allowing you to be productive at all. And you're not getting anything done. And you've had this LLC since 2020 and you haven't made not $1. But you expect a handout from the business funders because you feel like you need a loan in order for you to start your business, which is absolutely working backwards. And then you also believe that a grant is supposed to give you free money because that's what they said, but you still don't even know the clear vision and mission of your actual business. You don't have order of operations and you don't know exactly how you're going to be able to make your first $1,000. Why is that? Because you are literally watching other people live their lives through social media and it's arousing you and it's your vice and you like it, but you cannot allow it to no longer stop you from being productive. You got a car note you ain't even paid because you still watching other people. You got Quad Pay, Apple Pay, and Klarna Pay. You got to pay them 4 payments back. You still ain't paid them 4 payments back. But then you expect that because you have an LLC that you can walk into a bank and ask them for $10,000, $100,000, $50,000. I don't know what world you're living in, but that's not how it works. Ruthlessly remove your distractions. This is why this conversation is like a little bit aggressive and a little bit harsh, and it's very truth telling. Simply because I watch like in these consultations, I ask y'all probing questions. And I also ask you probing questions when we're live on YouTube. A lot of you all say the same things. I started my task, I started my business, I started doing this, but I don't know what happened. I just stopped. That's literally the comment from yesterday's live stream. I was doing good and I was executing on my task, but I just stopped. I don't know what happened. Distractions. You got on social media. You start playing games on your phone. And even if you're not playing games on your phone, you start doing other stuff. You prioritize going on a vacation. You understand? You prioritize yourself going on a vacation versus you actually putting that same money from your vacation, sacrificing not going, and actually starting your business and buying your supplies, equipment, products, or whatever you need to produce your business idea. Yeah. So, yeah, no. Okay. All right. So, number 5. Let's keep pushing. To help us, Lord. Okay. Hold Okay, sorry, y'all. Okay, we're back. So, number 5. Number 5 is okay. So, adopt a. Sorry, y'all. Here you go. Adopt a done is better than perfect mentality. So you need to develop a done is better than perfect mentality. Okay, this is the fear thing that comes in when y'all are like, okay, I'm afraid, I don't think I'm doing it right. Your perfectionism is fear in disguise. Okay, so you believing that you're not doing something right and you're trying to do it perfect, you come out better doing it ugly and getting it done versus trying to be perfect. It will never be perfect. It's your business. You understand? So, no, perfectionism is fear in disguise. Don't fall into that. Just get it done. Launch, test, and refine. Okay? Just get it done. Celebrate progress over perfection. It builds confidence. Celebrate progress over perfection. It builds confidence. This is so true. All right? So, done is better than perfect. That is absolutely true. You don't want to be that person that's just letting things just wait. You're waiting because you're like, oh, I hear this a lot of times. Shelby, the reason why I don't want to apply to grants or I have not applied to grants, even though I have joined your live stream over 2-3 years, and I know you've been on YouTube doing this for 6 years, the reason why I haven't submitted a grant application is simply because I don't think that I'm putting the right thing on the application. That is perfectionism, which is fear in disguise. That's what I mean by that. When you guys text me and we are in consultations, or even if you don't get a consultation with me, but I ask you a question, what funding opportunities have you actually tried? Have you actually tested? A lot of y'all say none. How are you going to pay me to write a grant for you? You haven't even tried other funding opportunities. Most of my clients that I win grants for, I'm going to be honest with you, they have already gotten loans. They have already done other funding opportunities. They simply don't want to get another loan. They want to go for grants. They have what's called a proof of concept. A proof of concept is that you have something that's scalable. How do you show that you have something that is scalable? By simply making your first $500 to $1,000 with your product or service. But if you are literally just searching and searching and searching and searching and searching for information, you are wasting your time. That is doing busy work and that is not doing anything at all productive to help you start your business or build the business you already purchased the LLC for. Your LLC is collecting dust. You are paying for that business bank account, or they are closing your business bank account, which is not helping your business at all, because guess what's happening when they close your business bank account? Because you are not generating revenue and you're not putting money into it, which means they're not making money off of you. Once they close that business bank account, they are telling all the other business banks that you are not a reputable company. So you can go to Chase and then try to go to Wells Fargo, you're going to be declined. Try to go to Bank of America, you're going to be declined. Try to go to your local credit union, you're going to be declined. Why? Because they already have on record through your LexisNexis that you are not a reputable company, source, or entrepreneur yet for you to be able to open up this business bank account. It's a ripple effect. Don't get into this if you are not serious about it. Don't get into, you know what I mean? And don't take all year for you to literally have a LLC and not make money. It does not take an entire year. It does not take, I don't care what nobody say. I just started 2 tech companies. It has not taken me an entire year to have the prototype done, and I'm already pitching ideas. It does not take that long. Yes, I use all the information that I Google, that I also bring to y'all about how to do these grants and stuff like that. You think when I first went for funding for my business 10 years ago that I knew what I was doing? Absolutely not, but I was determined. Every day is a new day for me, just like it's a new day for you, which means every day we have the opportunity to be as productive as possible. Instead, you make the choice to stick in your rat race, in your rat hole. Get serious. Get serious. Get serious. Get serious. Because I really do want you to be the best version of yourself, but you gotta want it yourself. You gotta want it more than me. That is not making no sense. Perfectionism is fear in disguise. You will not do it perfect at all. There's no perfect way. You know what's so crazy? You can be in a room with somebody who is the highest earning person in your industry that makes hundreds of millions of dollars. You can ask them the most simplest questions. How did you get there? You know what'd be crazy? Y'all be in the rooms with those people and you don't even ask questions. A closed mouth don't get fed. A closed mouth is a foolish one. It's a foolish one. It even say that in the Bible, when you don't ask for wisdom, you understand? When you don't ask for wisdom, you're foolish. So you're gonna continue to be a fool, and you're gonna continue to think that you can fool other people because you can't finesse the bank. That's just not how it works. You cannot finesse the bank, and you can't finesse the grand tour. No, not at all. That's why they ask certain questions on how are you building your business, what's your mission, what makes you different from your competitors, all of these things. They're asking you these questions simply because they're trying to figure out what type of entrepreneur are you. Are you one that just want to make money and you're gonna take the money and try to go buy you some Birkin bags and a Mercedes Benz, or are you actually one that's going to take this and create jobs for individuals in your community, like you said you was? You can't play with people in 2025. All this AI, that like literally it's the foolish people separated from the wise people. It's just like it's the rich separated from the poor. That's literally what it is. It ain't it is it's not it don't even think no deeper than that. That's what it really is. You got to choose which side you're going to be on. And when you choose that you want to level up, then yes, of course, it's going to take determination. It's going to take you to get over yourself. And no, it's not going to happen tomorrow. I'm giving you grace. But this is a conversation that needs to be had, that you need to hear for yourself, that you actually need to get out of your own way and start pushing. When people say get out of your own way, because y'all, you might not understand that. Get out of your own way means stop choosing the same vices and bad habits you've been choosing every day that is not helping you get nowhere. You ain't making no more money. You're not surrounding yourself by the right people. You're not moving into the direction that you want to go to. That's what people mean by get over yourself. Push yourself out of the way. And it's time for you to push forward. That's what that means. When you hear people say get out of your own way, that means stop choosing to be the old version of you. hmm I thought y'all didn't know what that meant. Yeah, that's what that means. Okay. All right. So number 6, we're getting down to the last little bit. All right. So hold yourself accountable. Use digital tools like we talked about yesterday, Trello, Notion, or Google Calendar to plan and track. Join accountability groups or hire a coach like myself. Every Sunday, do a CEO check-in. What worked, what didn't, and what's next. Hold yourself accountable. I have had a consultation earlier this week where a woman told me, I finally booked a consultation with you after watching you on YouTube for 3 years. I finally built the courage up to do it. I'm not a hard person to talk to at all. I'm a small business development coach. I don't have this aggressive tone when I'm speaking to you neither. I give grace because God gives me grace every day. So I know I have to give grace. I understand. And also I understand that where you are because I was there 10 years ago. But what I think you're really like afraid of when you are booking a consultation with me is that I'm going to hold you accountable. Yes, I have a client right now, right? Where she literally, I don't know what be going on. Like life just be passing her by. But every time she books a consultation with me and she'll come back and she'll say, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to do this. Let me tell you, you don't have to tell me you're sorry. Tell yourself that. You're the one holding your own destiny. I'm not God at all. And you don't search for my validation and letting you know that what you're doing is right or wrong. I'm not the stock market. You understand? This is not how this works. You need to tell yourself, I'm so sorry and I need to do better. Hold yourself accountable. Self accountability is a real thing. Self discipline is a real thing. If you lack thereof, you need to pray about it. Period. If you are not religious, you need to read some books or watch podcasts on how to develop yourself, like how to develop your self discipline, how to hold yourself accountable. But if you are if you are Christian like myself, you can ask God for it. I ask God for it every day. Lord, bless me with the willpower, the wisdom, and the self discipline I need to be able to execute on your destiny. Period. Yeah, you can ask God for anything. You understand? And it's gonna get done. But if you're not religious, okay, they have a lot of self-development books out here, self-development podcasts, self-development YouTube videos, literally step by steps on how to and try every step to help build your wisdom, help build your willpower, help build your discipline in executing so you can hold yourself accountable. Every Sunday, you need to do what is called a CEO self check-in. What worked, what didn't work, and what's next. This is why on Saturdays, I do the Small Business Saturday thing, because I want us to have a conversation about what did you accomplish this week? What is your wins? What is your losses? What is your lesson? Because if you come on here on Saturdays, we have a conversation. You say, you know what I learned this week? I learned that, I might need to do this for my business. And I thought that I needed to get this particular regulatory license. Excuse me, somebody else in the chat might be on the same pathway you on. So, wow, look at you. You just help somebody else with understanding how things work in your industry, sharing the love and being community driven. I can't come on here every day and teach you about grants every day. I chose to not do that because you want me to be in that same cycle and rat race with you, and I'm not doing it. That's why we're having these conversations. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you the same thing. You need to have a business plan, a pitch deck, and I did a whole entire playlist that's evergreen information with 6 to 10 minute videos. 5 videos, they're 6 to 10 minutes each, that teach you everything you need to know about how to find a grant, how to apply to a grant, how to be properly prepared for a grant. I even got a video on there with all of my recent grant wins. Just the other day, I won somebody $100,000. So let me tell you something. I'm not going to get on here every day and talk about how to search and apply to a grant just to satisfy you and to satisfy you wanting me to be in that same routine with you. No, I refuse it. I rebuke it. We're going to have a real conversation. And yes, it's going to be aggressive because you aggressively need this information and need this motivation to push you. You get on my live streams literally every day, or you watch them every day and you still not being productive. The best thing to do is for you to prioritize your time and to organize it, which is exactly what we're talking about right now. All right, so the last slide, which brings me to this. Hold yourself accountable. We already said that. So build momentum with those micro wins. Let's get to it. Okay, so start your day with one business task before anything else. Start your day with one business task before anything else. Start your day start your day. Start it with one business task. With one business task before anything else. With one business task before anything. That could be posting online. That can be writing one part of your business plan. That could be you searching for 5 banks and calling those banks to see what incentives they give you if you open up a business account. That can be whatever it is that you need to get done. Do that task before you do anything else. Yes, that is for my people who work a 9 to 5 too. If you start your day at 9 a.m., then you mean to tell me businesses be open at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. So you can use those first, like you're not willing to wake up early and get it done, especially if you're taking and dropping your kids off to school. Why, after you have dropped them off to school, you have a certain time or a window of time. If you don't, then you still need to dedicate some type of like an hour or 2 hours every day towards your business. It's called sacrifice. So there's no excuse. You can find time. Okay, momentum creates motivation, and give yourself rewards after completing key goals. Dopamine strategy, that's what it is. Give yourself rewards after you have completed key goals. All right, so if you know that your key goal is for you to be able to set up your e-commerce store, right? Properly set up your e-commerce store. And guess what, friend? After you have done that, you have properly set up your e-commerce store, got the pictures up there and all that stuff. Okay, then fine. Take yourself out to Red Lobster. Like, do something for yourself. Okay, pat yourself on the back and be happy about it. It's called the dopamine strategy. After every win, then you have to give yourself something, and it helps you hold yourself accountable as well. You understand? It motivates you to want to get more things done. You feel me? Cool. All right. So here's what I have to say. My last final words about this. You say you want financial freedom, but your calendar says otherwise. The difference between dreams and results is how you manage your time. That's a quote for y'all. The difference between dreams and results is how you manage your time. You're going to either continue to have this be a dream of yours, or you're actually going to drive in results and start prioritizing this. Okay? All right, cool. So you can book a strategy call with me. That's how that goes. So yeah, that was it. Any questions? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay. Mm, let's talk about any questions that you might have. This was a real conversation that I think needs to be had, because it's like every time I get on here, y'all are like, oh, I need to do this, or I needed to do that. Oh, I didn't get this thing done. I didn't get that thing done. And it's simply because you are not prioritizing it. Prioritizing means you're putting it first before anything. That's what that means. Prioritizing means you're putting it first before anything. Yes. Let me tell you something. Bills is going to bill. Bills will always be there, hun. Bills will always be there. What made me the entrepreneur I am today? I said, forget those bills. I did not pay my rent. I got evicted out of my apartment, but that same money that I was supposed to pay for my rent, guess what? I invested it into my company. And it was the best decision I made. Sacrifices. I prioritized my business over my own bills. I prioritized my business over the job that I had before then. And I left the job. I didn't get fired. I quit. Because I figured, like, I'm tired of this. I don't want to continue working this job where it's literally holding me back from being able to think clearly about the best ways for me to scale and be able to start a business, because I don't want to stay working for Capital One all my life. That's not my goal. My goal is not to sit here and work for this hospital all this time. No, that's not my goal. My goal is to be able to build a business, to enjoy financial freedom, and to travel the world. I have been doing this YouTube for 6 years. You have seen me live in 3 different continents and multiple countries. You've also saw me win millions of dollars in grants here. The wins is already up there. I don't have to prove myself. I have YouTube shorts. The $100,000 I just helped win my client the other day, I just posted it as a short the other day. It's on YouTube as a small 30-second clip. You understand? Matter of fact, I'll show you the win right now. Here's the email. Remember this $100,000 grant we went over? Since we go over so much grants that y'all are actually not applying to, I really don't understand how I don't know who else Nobody said that they got this email. So I don't even understand. That's why I'm like done talking about like grants all the time, because I think that we need, it's a deeper conversation that needs to be had. We went over this Bronze Valley Accelerator program 2 months in a row talking about this $100,000 grant opportunity. This client hired me to do it because she knew she wanted me to not only apply to this one but other ones, and guess what? She's now getting it. She was serious about moving forward. You understand? You're not confident in your creative writing, and that's why you have people that have what's called a done for you service, right? A done for you service business model, which is mine, which I will write the grants for you. And then if you're just gonna wait until you get the money fall out of the sky to be able to afford my services, then baby, you are literally working backwards. You better be still applying to you, like, do your best. Experience is the best teacher with this stuff. And that goes for other funding opportunities too. I really don't understand it. I really don't understand. I really don't. I don't understand. I don't understand. Good morning, Courtney. Hey. Good morning, Sabrina. Um, yes. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, love this powerful conversation. Thank you, Sabrina. All right, so Rose says, what's the best way to get a 5-figure business grant as a pre-revenue startup, C Corp, registered in Wyoming to avoid double taxation in Canada and US? In most cases right now, majority of those grants are for already revenue generating businesses. Okay, as far as in taxes, I'm not a certified public accountant. Never said I was and never will be. So I don't know about the taxation or how that works. The only thing I know is that at the end of the year, you have to report your charitable gifts and rewards. So I don't know how to answer regarding the taxation. In US, in Canada and US, I don't know about that because I don't file taxes, never have and never will. The best way to get it is to be properly prepared. If you are going for a startup grant, which they do have those that are nationwide opportunities, you need to explain exactly how you would use the money. I say this all the time: have a business plan, have a business pitch deck, and have a 3-minute pitch video. Business plan highlights all of the key points that how you're going to use the money. The pitch deck is the PowerPoint presentation of that. The 3-minute pitch video is literally that content piece and that video piece that shows us what you do and things like that. Okay. So, Rose, that's how you do it. I have an entire playlist that explains to you how to properly prepare yourself for any type of grant. Okay. Any type of grant for any amount. Okay. 5-figure grants we talking about 6 figures right now. We talking about 6 figures. Okay. So, what helped her win that grant that I just applied to and I just showed you is she has a business plan. She has a business pitch deck. We was able to read her business plan and be able to answer those questions on the application. After submitting the application, then they came back and asked us to complete a second application, and they wanted us to upload her pitch deck and her business plan. She already had it. This is why it's important for you to have those things, so that way you don't have to stop in your tracks and let time go by and possibly the opportunity go by, or missing out on the opportunity by simply trying to create the business plan yourself. You understand? Yeah, so being properly prepared. Proactiveness brings productivity. It's true. Any last minute questions before I let you guys go? I told you that this was going to be a quick Zoom, not Zoom call, but a quick live stream today. I told you it was going to be a quick live stream. Thanks so much. You're very welcome. Now, I hope you execute, and I hope the best for you and, you in your grant journey and your business funding journey for sure. I hope all goes well for you. That's the key. The game is free. The hustle is sold separately. I say that all the time. The game is free. The hustle is sold separately. Yeah. So what that means is I'll give you all the free game. You can ask me any question, but are you going to execute on it? Mm-hmm. Do you need a business plan in place to work with me? No, I write business plans for you. I'll write a business plan and a pitch deck for you for $300. It's $300 for me to write a business plan and a business pitch deck for you. Not a video. I'll help you with this, like how to put the video together, but you still have to record it yourself. I don't live in the United States. I travel the world. I live abroad, so I'm not going to be in person to help you out with that. So yeah. So yeah, you can either create your own business plan, or you can hire me to do it for you for $300. If you feel like it's too much, well, you can use AI. You can try to develop your own business plan on your own self, and make sure you have all of the key indicating factors inside of your business plan. Key indicating factors, what does that mean? Because that sounds like a big word I just said. Make sure you have all of the key points, the main points inside of your business plan. I'm not going to tell you what that is because I already went over that, and you can simply Google that. A lot of the things you can Google. A lot of the things you can just simply Google. Okay, respectfully. So yeah. All right. Any other questions before I let you go? My business contact information is in the description. You can directly click the link there. I also tagged, I put my information in the chat. It's at the bottom. It says book 101 with me. Visit superchargemybusiness.com. I already have it in here for you, Sabrina. If you just look in the description, or if you go ahead and take a look, take a look at the bottom or the top of the chat, it's already pinned there for you. Yeah, I have it there. Okay, awesome. I have a pitch deck. However, I would love for someone to look over it. Okay, you can book a consultation with me. I don't mind reviewing your pitch deck for you. And in most cases, when we are reviewing the pitch deck, just be prepared to actually pitch to me. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you to actually pitch the deck to me, so that way I can understand why you put the slides together in that way, and then I can give you my constructive criticism and feedback. Okay. What else we have? All your meeting times in at 1. You said I get off work at 1:30, but all your meeting times in at 1. I was ready to set up. I don't know what time they end because I'm on West Africa time. So I do what's best for me regarding, if I do it any later than that, it will literally be midnight, 1 a.m., 3 a.m. here. You understand? So like I'm literally 6 hours ahead of Eastern time. So I'm 7 hours ahead of Central time. And I'm like 9 hours, 10 hours ahead of, West, Pacific Standard Time. So if you are on the West Coast of the US, then yeah, you will have to do it on the day that you are actually not working and off, which I would recommend. So that way you'll have clarity in your mind and you'll be ready for our conversation. But I can't push it any later because it will literally be like midnight at night. What is your payment method? I use Stripe as a payment processor. I'm a professional business. I've been up for 10 years, so I don't take Zelle or Cash App because I literally live abroad. I haven't lived in the US in over 3 years. So everything is through Stripe. You make the payment through my website, and there you go. Also, in the description, Sabrina, do you know how to access the description? Somebody help Sabrina out. The description, if you tap on the title of this live stream or you tap on my face somewhere, it should bring up description. In the description, it gives you step by step on how to book a consultation with me. Yes, it says step 1, you click on this. Step 2, you make the payment. Step 3, you do this. Like literally, I put it in steps. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, so there's nothing else you guys need to say. Was that all? Is that it? Is that all? Okay, so I think someone from our live stream yesterday, she scheduled a consultation, so I do have to have a conversation with her today. I'm really excited. Is there funding available for corps? Yeah. Of course there is. Of course there is. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not the bank. You know what I mean? How am I supposed to know? Like, I'm not Wells Fargo, so I can't tell you, oh, yeah, we have a lot of money for corporations. Like, yeah, there's always going to be funding for corporations, but you are one that has not generated revenue yet. So it's all about thoroughly explaining to them. Like I said, it's not about is there any funding available. I could lie to you and say no. The reason why I'm saying it in that tone and in that way, I'm not being condescending, but I'm saying that that question is quite simple. And that question is not the actual real question that you want to ask me. So I need a higher level, deeper question. Because that question you can ask ChatGPT. And ChatGPT will be like, yes, there's funding for corporations. You can visit these websites. You can do the, you know what I mean? Or you can ask Google. And I'm not being a butthole or condescending or anything about like that. I'm like literally saying we gotta. I don't think that's the real question that you're asking me. Okay, but yes, there's funding available for all startups and small business owners. Literally, literally, literally. Okay. There's so many YouTube videos out too that talk about how to get funding and all of those things. If I can go back 2 days, hmm? Yeah, you can cover it, please. Thank you. If I can go back 2 days, our order of operations and standards of operation SOP is the same. Um, SOPs the same. I don't understand. You say if I can go back 2 days, yes. Our order of operations and standards of operations are they okay? Our order of operations and standards of operation, are they the same? Yes, yes. Because order of operations is literally what we talked about this yesterday, but it's literally your daily task that you would do, and because it's the same exact order that you're doing done. For example, if you are making fruit juices, however you make the fruit juice, you get the cup, you clean the cup, then you juice whatever they want to have juice, right? And however you make the juice, if you put watermelon, beetroot, water, and mint and lemon, boom, make the juice. That entire operation of producing that one fruit juice, after you're done juicing, you put the juice inside the bottle, then you tie the bottle, then you put it inside the bag, and then you ring the person out. That entire order of operations is your consistent day, like consistent cycle of how you are doing things. That's literally your standard of operations. The standard of operations is like standard in our business. This is what we do. On standard for our business, how we make our fruit juices is you must clean the cup before you before you juice, put the juice inside the cup. Standard is you must add water or do these things for when you are juicing. Standard. So standard of operations, and order of operations is the same thing. Same thing. Okay. All right. Thank you. Actually, can you give me a takeout box? Yeah, a takeout box. That would make sense. Yeah. Thank you. That was a quick question for you in the live. Okay, I got you, Rose. No problem. Thanks for saying I have it. I'm doing laundry at the same time. Okay, well, get your laundry done. I appreciate you watching me. I appreciate you all joining in on the conversation for sure. I feel like this was a really good, like, stern, aggressive conversation. Usually, obviously, I'm more bubbly, more nice, but I think for this conversation, I really need to drill it in your head. Like, you don't have to be perfect. You need to get things done, and also some of my emotions come from like disappointment from you guys, because it's like, dang, like God literally bless you with a good idea, a business that you can actually do for yourself, bring your family out of poverty and to really help your children and your family experience generational wealth and financial freedom, and you're not prioritizing it. It's disappointing. And it's disappointing that you have such a great product or a great service that can help serve other people and solve so many problems, but you refuse to prioritize your startup and small business, which is allowing the people that actually trust you and want to work with you. You're not allowing us to be able to have the opportunity to shop with you, to gain your services, to get your products. You understand? So it's this energy that you experience today on this live stream is not like me being condescending or me being harsh. It's actually me being aggressive and also a slight aggression, but also disappointment, so that's where it's coming from. So you really got to do better, friend. Okay. And I do want the best for you. So I believe we all have the opportunity to do it. I believe we all have the energy to do it. Just do something every day. Nothing, not busy work, but make something happen. Be more productive. Okay. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys go. All right, I'll let you guys go for the rest of the day. Enjoy your Wednesday. I'm going to get prepared for my consultations. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, same time tomorrow. Okay, friend. All right, cool. All right, bye bye.